Permutations and combinations. So this assignment can be a little challenging, so take it slow and really think it through. One of the hardest things to do is figure out if we're doing a permutation or combination, and then looking at the numbers and trying to figure out how to solve it. So, like I said, be patient on this assignment. So we have reindeer. You need to put your reindeer, Glupin, Quinton, Ezekiel, and Lancer in a single file line to pull your sleigh. However, Quinton and Glupin are best friends, so you have to put them next to each other or they won't fly. Okay, so drop my pen. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. However, Quinton and Glupin like to be next to each other. So, how many ways can we arrange your reindeer? So, order matters. Therefore, we are using permutation. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. And when we know Glupin and Quinton need to be next to each other, we're going to treat them as one big unit. So we have 1, 2, 3 different orders. Okay, so that means we have a permutation problem, which would be we're taking with 3 options, permutation, and 3 at a time. So put that into the formula. You get 3 factorial over 0 factorial. 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1, which is 6. So we have 6 options. However, Glupin and Quinton can be flip-flopped. We could put Quinton first in each of these 6 matchups. So really, we have 12 ways to arrange these reindeer. So once again, we actually have 4 reindeer, but we're grouping 2 of them together. So we're treating it as one reindeer, essentially. And you put that into a permutation problem, and our number comes out of that as 6 different options. But because we can flip the order of those 2, we double that to 12. So our answer in this first one is 12. Okay. How many numbers between 1 and 100 are divisible by 3 or 2? Okay, so this one can be a little challenging to think of. Inclusive means that you're including the number 100. So 1 to 100. And inclusive means including both 100 and 1. Are divisible by 3 or 2. So you can go through, create a massive list of all the numbers. What I do know right away is that if my number is even, we can divide it by 2. So out of 100, how many numbers are divisible by 2? Well, half of them are. 50 of the numbers are even. Then let's go through and figure out how many numbers are divisible by 3. Well, if I do 100 divide by 3, I get 33.33. Repeating. So I really have 50 plus 33 numbers that are divisible by 3 or 2. However, there are some numbers that are divisible by both 3 and 2, and that is every set of 6. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, so forth, all the way up. So we need to remove the numbers that are divisible by 6 from this number, because it's being counted by both the 2's and the 3's. So 50 plus 33 gives us 83 numbers. That's divisible by both 3 or 2. But we need to remove the ones that are in both of those lists. So we take 100 divided by 6, which is 18. I forget actually. Is that or now? 16. So 83 minus 16 gives me 67. How many unique ways are there to arrange the letters in the word that? Okay, so if all of these letters were different, let's say this T was an I instead, you would just take 4 factorial, 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And that would give you the number of letters, or number of ways to rearrange it. So 4 factorial, if all the numbers were different, which 4 factorial is equal to 24, Now the way you do these is every set of numbers that are duplicates, you're going to divide by that as a factorial. So we have 2 t's, so take 24 and divide it by 2 factorial, which is just really 2. So 24 divided by 2 is equal to 12. Okay, just like the first question, Quentin, Jebediah, Lancer, Glupin in a single file line to pull your sleigh. However, Glupin and Lancer are fighting, so you have to keep them apart or they won't fly. So we're actually going to treat this the exact same way as the first one. We're going to treat the two that don't like each other as 1. So Glupin and Lancer are 1. And then we're just going to double the list again at the end. So we get 3 factorial. Sorry, no, it's 3p3, which is equal to 3 factorial over 0 factorial, which is really 3 factorial, which is 6. And then we're going to double that, so we get to 12. We just did this one. Divided by 3 or 2. What do we get? 67. That's they did the same number again. Okay. Okay. How many ways are there to arrange the letters in the word prior? All right. So 5 factorial is our answer. We have 5 letters. However, we have 2 r's, so we're going to do 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. 5 factorial is equal to 120. And divide that by 2, we get 60. All right, one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have the reindeer question again. We have 5 reindeers. Prancer and Balthazar are best friends. So they need to be next to each other. So we need to do 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reindeer, but 2 of them are acting as 1. So we get 4p4, which is really 4 factorial over 0 factorial. 4 factorial is 24. And we double that because we can switch the Prancer and Quentin locations. So we get 48.